Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So yeah, Solana yesterday did react here to this green support area that we had on the chart. That was sort of a short-term buy area if anybody wanted to use it. But it really was also only doing the minimum it should have been done. Yeah, it should have ideally come down a bit lower. I always like it when the C wave goes below the A wave. Yeah. But seems like we have a more substantial breakout to the upside, even though it's a little bit too early about that, right? Even though it's a little bit too early, because we cannot really confirm it yet. We only have, as you can see here, basically three waves to the upside. So it could be some kind of a strange ABC pattern maybe that's developing here, but it's a bit too early to say that. Either way, as I always say, you know, I can't tell you when we have moved out of a support area to the upside, or when we've moved like here out of a resistance area to the downside if the previous move is over. But as soon as these are moving out and you have these, and these are clearly short-term support and resistance areas, yeah, then move up or move down your stop loss if you decide to trade them. Ideally, I would have liked to see the C wave to come down lower, but I still expected some kind of movement and reaction to this box, which clearly happened actually quite strongly. Actually 14% within a day is quite a bit. Yeah, but what often can happen, even if further downside is anticipated, that we just see a reaction and then you can still move up your stop loss in that case, right? Either way, what options do we have? I mean, at the moment we haven't broken above the previous high. Yeah, so we haven't broken above the 2680 level. In my opinion, only when we really do that, we can have confidence that a fifth wave is unfolding. You know that I did expect a fifth wave, but the ideal scenario would have been to see the wave 4 come down a little bit lower. Maybe it will still happen, and that's why I say to you, we cannot confirm yet that the wave 4 is over. This could just become some kind of a larger correction before we move down. But at this stage, I think we can assume it at least. We can assume it, and should support levels that are critical break, then we have to readjust and have to look for Solana get into this area again. So just a quick reminder what these areas here were. So this area where the price reacted to was the 1-to-1 ratio between wave A of 4 and wave C of 4, which is the 1-to-1 ratio. Here at around 2248, 2250. Yeah, so it reacted to that. That basically completed the minimum requirement to finish off this wave 4. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see it was a pretty long wave 4, pretty long sideways movement. Not very deep though, not very deep. So how should it now unfold if we carry on to the upside from here? So the way I think it could work out is that this was a wave 1. I think we talked about that in the last video yesterday. Then here possibly an A wave down, a B wave up. I see it that way because we have 3 waves here. So it could be a B wave, some kind of a flat pattern, A, B, C. And we come down now in a C wave. Likely because this is quite an impulsive move down. So A, B, and C down, ideally here into this wave 2 support area. Maybe we don't get down that low, but and bear in mind this is micro counting here, but if it comes down into that region, it should ideally not go below $23.20. That's the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement, and the 50% level would sort of be what I expect as a minimum. Again, there is no rule how deep a wave 2 needs to go. But if I'm looking at it from a perspective of, okay, this is an A wave, this is the B wave. Yeah, how low do we really need to go? And I mean, we've now reached a 1-to-1 ratio. It could theoretically be finished from here. You can see how well we reacted to that 1-to-1 ratio. But again, it would just be a running flat then. Not really a fan of running flat. So ideally, the C wave goes down lower. What targets do we have then? Well, the next one would be the 1.618 extension, to be honest, at 24.36. What I'll do now, I will adjust the support box to account for that, because we had an overshooting, possibly overshooting B wave. And therefore, I will just increase the size of that box a little bit further to account for the fact that the C wave could be finished at the 1.618 extension. And then we've got our support area, yeah? And if it breaks below that, it would indicate a continuation to the downside. If it comes into this region, there is a possibility to trade the third wave, which should normally be the longest wave. Then we should get a shallow wave 4 and another wave 5 to the upside. Targets currently are, for this fifth wave, 2860 to 3240 up there. So I'm going to observe that. As you can see, however, here we are still in a range. So we haven't really broken out. This could still become, move up and down a little bit further. I can really only show you or analyze what we see on the chart at the moment, and there isn't a chance now for the bulls to break through to the upside in a wave 3 next, after hitting ideally the wave 2 support area. But for now, it doesn't seem like this uptrend is over. And in the very short term now, as long as we're holding here the 2250 level, we can focus on higher. And if we break below 2250, we have another chance to turn around in this large support area, which is located between $16.70 and $21. Yeah, and that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.